How to Transform Your Life. I'm Brian Withers, empowerment coach, trainer, and author. Well, to transform anything, you have to know how it was formed in the first place. Well, how was your life formed? What is it that formed your life? Because your life has taken the form that it has taken. Look at your health, look at your vocation, the work that you do or the business that you run, look at the material wealth flow, look at relationships of various kinds, every aspect of your life. Just look at it and it's all formed. It's physical manifestation. It's a form of energy. So how did it get to be that way and not a different way? What is it that made it be that way that it is for you today? Well, let's go back in and look at how it was formed. So in growing up, we know that we took on a lot of information, faulty information, didn't know what was happening. People didn't know they were doing it to us. But we did, we got it, and it formed beliefs in our subconscious mind. That then began to influence our conscious mind, broadcasted that energy to the law of attraction, and then here we are living in this physical world, and we're thinking that this is our life. This is the form it's taken, and we believe it to be the way that it is because that's what we grew up believing. But that was a blank slate to begin with. We had no subconscious beliefs. Those were things we picked up. So now we're living this movie, if you will, called our physical life, and it literally is from the projection of the beliefs in our subconscious mind. And most people on this planet still have no idea this programming has happened and what it means to their life, this effect. And we know that because we see people saying, why can't they be different? You know, maybe your spouse or a coworker or somebody in traffic, why can't they be different? See, we're looking at, it's like the world is coming at us. It's doing things to us. And it's not about us, but it's totally about us. It's totally coming to us in relation to this energy of the beliefs of our subconscious mind. Other things people say, why is life so hard? Well, see, that's a very flawed statement because when you think, the true statement would be, why am I offering energy that's bringing me this situation in a way that's not pleasant? See, that's the accurate replacement for that statement. Other things, why do others have things and I don't have them? So now we're envious, jealous because people have things and we don't have them. It's like, why don't we have them? And the accurate understanding of that is because they're offering a different energy. And so they're getting back what matches their energy, and you're getting back what matches your energy. And along the same lines, why don't I have what I want? And that's the reason. And, my life is because, my life is the way it is because of my parents or the government or my neighbor or my coworker. It's all of those people. They're all to blame for the way my life is, all making my life so hard. And it's none of that. It's none of that. And as we make those claims, and then somebody takes us into a room, as I'm doing here kind of with you, and showing you, no, it's not like that. The world's not after you, coming to get you, making your life hard. You don't know it, but you're projecting this energy, and it's coming back to you through the law of attraction in the ways that match that energy. So when your life is flowing in the ways that you don't like, the proverbial train wreck, it's because you're offering energy that's low vibration. And of course, in not understanding that, you can see how massively confusing life could be when you're not getting it the way you want to, and you just don't understand how things are happening or why they're happening the way that they are, and how to change anything other than going into the physical world or coercing people to change or badgering people to change or guilting people into change or whatever it is, but you're trying to get people and things to change in the outside world, and it doesn't matter how hard you go at it because your vibration of beliefs in your subconscious mind is going to pull you right back into the same place until you change those things. And see, we don't really live much of our natural life without this knowledge, which is the natural contrast and expansion up here. A lot of it is the train wreck version. Now, in saying that, we do have some beliefs that are natural and high vibration. We get those kind of by default, because it's not intentional, that's for sure. But there is the situation where people grow up around others who are optimistic. That's the way they grew up, so they carried that on through generations, and they're optimistic and they expect things to work out. And without knowing any of this, they're actually living it because their energy is high and they see the results of a high vibration. Of course, that perpetuates them to want to keep living like that and influence the people around them like that, but they have no idea of the mechanics behind it, which is the creative process, which explains why a positive attitude is so very, very powerful. So, when we grow up and those faulty beliefs are running our life and we have no idea, essentially this is what our life is. We're really like a puppet on a string, because we're reacting to life around us, thinking that, we can't have what we want, or it's subject to some conditions around us or people around us. And ultimately, we know that we really can't change people and change things, even though we give it a shot. So that's the cage that we live in, those faulty beliefs, and we want to break free. We want to get out of that, and we want to get back to our natural life. And so we are in charge of the projector, and the movie is showing, but because we don't know this is happening, we are projecting and living a movie that we don't know we are responsible for. And furthermore, because we don't know that, we don't know we can change it. So here's all these other movies, possible movies we could be living. At the same time, there's the lack movie, there's the abundance movie available to us. Instead of the broken relationship movie, there's the loving relationship movie. And we could be living that, but we don't know how any of this is happening, so we have no idea how to change this movie. We could be living the, stuck in a job, life is boring movie, and at the very same time, the exciting, interesting vocation movie is available to us. So you could just go around the board in your whole life. For whatever movie that's running and you don't like it, the one that you do like is available to you. But without knowing this information, you're really completely oblivious to that. Imagine that. We're being completely oblivious to such powerful information and information for self-transformation. It's astounding. So you can see why I'm so passionate to help as many people through this world get back in touch with who we really are and why we came here and how life works. Because there's no good reason for anyone on this planet to be living any life except the one they want to be living. And of course, contrast is natural, but when we learn to process it, we don't even see that as a big deal anymore. And we know it means our life is expanding. Everybody has that power. We are all equal creators of our reality. And so in the learning of this knowledge, we can free ourselves from those strings, those puppet strings, and start to be the independent creator that we came for. So let's take this information and let's evolve here, because how to transform your life is first to understand how it was formed. So now from what I just talked about, you can completely and thoroughly understand why your life is the way it is, how it got formed. And also from what I said, you can see that you are able to take charge of what formed it and get it to transform. So the next part of the process of transformation is to do the same thing that was done to you as a child, only this time you're going to do it intentionally. And I have surrounded you with all kinds of ways to do that. You have this YouTube channel, you have my books, and I've got a Higher Vibrations Insights Facebook group that I drop some insights in there from time to time. There is my personal Facebook page, and I put insights on there. I do personal coaching, and Also, I have the Higher Vibrations Mastery group, which is a subscription group because of the amount of content and participation in that group. But a lot of this stuff, my website, free. So for a very little cost, you can really saturate, inundate, just fill your mind on a daily basis with this knowledge of life in such a repetitive, saturating way that you are going to create a re-establishing of new patterns, new thought habits, and you are going to displace those faulty beliefs. So that's the next stage. After we have all of that knowledge, now we have know-how. We've gone to school, and we know how to transform our mind, because we know that that's the thing that we need to transform our life. So now we take what we've learned and are learning, and together, as we're learning that, we're also doing this transforming of our mind process. So as a child, we get filled up with faulty beliefs. We came in, it was pure like that, and then we get filled up with faulty beliefs. But we want to get back to our pure subconscious high vibration mind. So as we are choosing new thoughts from all the information, all this creative process, beautiful knowledge that we're learning, we start to choose new thoughts. We start to deconstruct and reconstruct, meaning anytime we feel negative emotion, we know that thought is out of alignment. So we bring it back in, and we do that, and we do that, and we do it every time until when we're in that situation, we have a new response. We have a new way to think of it that keeps us in that good feeling place. We have new ways to think now. We have new thought options. All of this information back here that I've offered to you is giving you a whole library of new thought options that you can choose that keep you in a good feeling place no matter what the situation is. And so as you do that, you can see that you start to displace those faulty beliefs, and then you get your conscious mind back into its natural high vibration state. And you move your mind from a mixture of high and low, and maybe more low to more high, and then dominantly high. And so your thoughts now are more of the positive focus, high vibration variety of thoughts, the natural in alignment thoughts, versus the faulty belief thoughts that come from all that influence that we grew up with faulty information. So now we're doing all the cleanup. We're learning, we're getting the knowledge, we're doing the mind transformation cleanup. And then as we continue to do that, then we have an option to change the movie. Let me go back to that movie screen option over here. So if I can bring that up, this one over here. So now we're back at this, and we know we're operating the projector. And we say, well, we don't like the movie, but we know that it just means it's contrast, and we know there's another movie that is available to us, another reality that we can start to receive. Because now we're transforming our thoughts. Let's say it's on a job situation. So now, instead of talking in the ways that we've talked about it, which would be a lot of the low vibration variety, we're starting to appreciate it and think about the positive aspects of it. And we're starting to think about the joy of the new job experience that we want. And as we do that, then we know that our vibration is high. It's a match to that new experience. And then that new movie is going to come in, and it's going to replace the existing movie. So now you're going to have that new job experience manifest in your life. You see, this is the final stage. This is where your life transforms. But before, when you didn't know how everything came to be, that your life was formed from those faulty beliefs, as I said, and that's all you knew, then you were just living, and many people are still there. They're just living with the formation of the movie, which I'm calling reality, their physical reality. They're living with that, thinking it is reality, and it is what it is. There's no changing it. They're not even that much aware that they don't know that they can change it. But now, when you get to the final step of transformation, after you've gone through gathering the knowledge and working on transforming your thoughts and your beliefs, now you are fully aware that when you don't like the movie, maybe it's you're working in an office and you've got coworkers that you're not getting along with, for example. Well, you're not going to blame them anymore. You're going to say, well, I got some energy going on that's connecting me in that way. I got that cranky coworker movie playing, and I don't like it. I'm going to change the movie. I'm going to focus on the positive aspects in some way that I can find about those people, and I'm going to enjoy the emotional experience of a coworker experience that I would enjoy. And as I do that, I'm a vibrational match, and then I get a coworker experience that is very satisfying to me. Now, the law of attraction will figure out the details. It might be in the same office. It might be in a different office. You don't really care. What you're interested in is you get the experience. That's what you're interested in, is that you receive that experience. That's a better way to say that. You receive that experience because you've transformed your energy. You've transformed your vibration. You transformed your beliefs. You've set your focus on what you want. You set your focus on the positive aspects of things, and now that will automatically manifest. Things will happen. Timing will happen. Inspired action will happen. Good ideas will happen. It'll be an effortless movement to the receiving of this. It will be an easy thing versus you trying to go to coworkers and going to your supervisor and complaining about the coworkers and getting all involved in that drama, which doesn't help anything except keep your vibration low and keeps this manifesting the same that it is. Or you can do what I said, and that is focus on the positive aspects of the situation, focus on the joy of the new experience your inner being created, and it's on the way for you to receive it. And as you do that, then all those details will come to you easily. You don't got to talk to anybody about anything. You don't got to get upset or bothered about anything. And you're going to find yourself with that new experience, that new coworker experience. And that is the same thing in every area of your life. It's the same with your health. It's the same with any kind of relationship, really, not just coworkers, but any relationship in your life. It's the same with your material wealth situation. It's the same with absolutely everything going on in your life. It's a movie right now, that what you call physical reality. I'm calling it a movie because I want you to make the join that it's not a permanent thing. It's a thing you can change. You can change the movie on the screen. You go change the source and you can change what's projecting. So for us, it's our vibration, our beliefs, and we can change them. They're changeable. And so we can have a new movie play. We can move from the body that's full of pain and just not functioning in a way that's pleasant to the movie where the body is functioning fine and it's all pleasant. We have that option. That movie's available to us. These movies are all available to us. Whatever movie we want, we can have. And there's lots of movies that we don't want, and they're available too. So we can pick an unwanted movie, or we can pick a wanted movie. But this screen right here is changeable. This is not a fixed screen. Your life is not a fixed screen. Your life is a variable screen. And if you don't like the movie you're playing, now you know you can change it, and now you know what it takes to change it. So now it's just all up to you. If you want to take these steps and do the emotional thought work to change and transform your mind, then you can transform your life. So that's the video for today. That's how you transform your life. If you have any questions, leave them on the post. Thanks for listening in, and have yourself a great day.